What is going on, guys? So I did not record the process of putting the new water pump and timing belt back on because, quite frankly, Miata videos just don't get that many views on my channel. So I didn't want to take all that time and extra work to record this one. There's already plenty of videos out there that'll do a much better job explaining it than I did. So I figured that I would almost make this update video to tell you where I'm at right now, and then we'll try and, I don't know, start it up and hopefully everything works alright. So right now it is currently Wednesday morning, which means that I am recording this the same day that you will probably be seeing this. And as you can see, the new radiator and fans are in the car. Now I got these last night in the mail after a week and a half when I paid for 2-day shipping, so you know, that's cool, Mishimoto. But anyways, I struggled last night. I was up really late. I got this in. I got the radiator hoses all on. Unfortunately, there was a problem with this hose. Not this specific hose, but the Mishimoto version of this hose. So I'm going to have to get another one of those to replace the stock hose. You can see the one Mishimoto hose is right there, and then the other one is hidden down in there. It's kind of hard to see with all this crap in the way. So I have pretty much everything put back together except for the air intake. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back on real quick, fill this thing up with coolant, and I think we're going to be ready to start it up. And I am just praying that this thing just runs normally. I would be so happy. That's all I want, is just that the engine runs normally and it doesn't overheat. That's all I want.
Stay. All she wanted was caviar. All I got was her time of day. Wanna take you out, wanna show you off, wanna buy you things, wanna get you off.
It is all back together. Now, you might be wondering about these loose wires. This is from the old fan, and because of this jerry-rig setup, this left fan is actually not connected right now. But that isn't necessarily important because one of these fans is running all the time. It's just how it's wired, and then the other fan is wired to come on when you're using your AC or something like that. So technically for right now this doesn't have to be solved, although I will not be driving it much until this is solved. Obviously I will put electrical tape over the end of these wires and hide these spare connectors from this jerry-rig thing. I'll just make sure that they're all put away and that they can't cause any harm, because, you know, better safe than sorry. But now all we have to do is fill it up with coolant, and I think we're going to be ready to start it. My heart is racing right now, guys, because I am genuinely afraid that this thing is either not going to start or it's going to blow up in my face. I don't know why, but I'm just paranoid that this car is still going to be messed up. So let's get the coolant in and then get ready to start it. Alright guys, so she is all back together. It looks no different up here, but one of these sway bars, it's pretty much right up against the fan shroud there down by the bottom. That had to be, the brackets that hold that had to be taken off. And it was an extremely tight fit to get that back in, because this is just such a bigger unit than the OEM radiator and fans. But in the end, it's all good. As you can see, I zip tied and covered all the loose ends up here. Same with this new connector, zip tied it up there. And this will all be good right here. So again, this is not a permanent setup. Let me make that very clear again. This is just a temporary setup to make sure that nothing is wrong with the timing belt, water pump, and all the work I did to make sure that the car is running how it should. So don't worry, this will not stay like this for very long. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think all this stuff's supposed to be in your old coolant, guys. I mean, how did an O-ring get in there? Ugh, that's just nasty. It's a meme. This O-ring just fell off and happened to land in the coolant, and I was too lazy to take it out. So don't worry. My coolant did not look like this when it came out of the car. Don't worry. Hell yeah, guys. I am so excited right now. So, you probably hear that ticking noise. That ticking noise is from the lifters. That has nothing to do with the timing belt. That is mainly because the car hasn't been driven in so long, although one of them could need to be replaced. But honestly, I've heard that the way to fix it is to literally just drive the car around, let the engine just do a little bit of work, and that should fix it. So, I think we're ready to test drive this. I'm going to let it warm up, wait for the thermostat to open up, and then of course fill it up with some more distilled water. And for the test drive, I'll probably just drive it up to AutoZone, get some more coolant, and I'll update you guys then. But this is exciting. I was so afraid that it was going to be idling off, it was going to sound like garbage. Granted, it sounds like garbage because of the lifters, but it sounded exactly like that before the timing belt and water pump. So, fingers crossed, for now, I think we're good. But let's just pray. I'll update you guys when the car's up to temp. After seeing this thing on jack stands for the last week, it's pretty hilarious to see it not on jack stands because it looks like it's absolutely slammed. Because I'm used to this right here basically being waist high, and I mean right now it's not even up to my knee. So the car just looks like it's slammed from this angle for some reason. I don't know, I just thought that was funny. So car is still warming up. Once it warms up again, I'll just fill it up with some distilled water, make sure that we've got enough in there, which I mean there should already be plenty in there, and we'll go for a drive. So I'll catch up with you guys when I'm in the car. You can tell the car hasn't been driven in a while because I just revved it a bit and it just sprayed shit all the way back there. Yeah, I think this thing needs to be driven. Let's go, guys. God forbid anything happens, I brought a spare gallon of distilled water. Actually, I didn't need to fill it up anymore. I checked the overflow tank and it was actually a little bit too full, so that shouldn't be an issue. I mean, there is always a little hose that if it does get too full, it'll just spill out and go onto the ground, so shouldn't be a problem. But this is the first time I have driven this car in a very, very long time, guys. I am so excited. It ran for probably about 10 minutes total, and it did not even reach halfway temperature. It sat just below it. That's exactly how my dad's Miata runs, just below normal. All right, boys, and the 2% of lady subscribers I have. Oh, this seat is really far up, and I am in neutral. Yeah, I think I'm a little rusty driving this car, guys. Oh, that is way too far back. This is embarrassing. Okay, that'll do. Oh yeah. So, the only manual car I have driven in the past few months has been my dad's 9.3, which I just did a review on. And that car, you want to be really smooth with the gear changes. You don't want to whip it into gear because it's hard on the transmission. But in the Miata, because the engine is just so, it just revs and dies so quickly, you got to be really quick with those gear changes or else your shifts are going to be sloppy. It's already up to temperature, so. I forgot how fucking slow this thing is. I am so happy right now. I think I'm just gonna put the top down because it is about 65 degrees and sunny right now. It is absolutely perfect convertible weather. So I hope you guys will understand, but I will put a little update at the end of this. I'll check to see if the lifters are still making a noise when I get back, because hopefully that just driving it a bit fixes that. But about 2 or 3 minutes into the test drive here, I already gave it the full beans, didn't rev it out the whole way, but I mean, it's handling it well. Let's go ahead and do one more. We'll go down to the third. Oh. Oh yeah, it is holding temperature perfectly. Now I just got to make sure it's not leaking anything, which I can't really tell right now. All right, anyways guys, I'm gonna put the top down, enjoy this. I hope you understand. I'll leave a little update in the pinned comment letting you know, because again, this is being recorded like probably 2 hours before you're seeing it. So thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy your day. I hope it's as good as mine has been so far. I'll see you all next time.